Hey guys, Katie here, and I have been asked to show you how I work my edges, my main color edges, in some of my popular boomerang style shawls, like my Never Ending Story and my Spiked Punch. Now, if you'll notice, as you work, the beginning of each right side row and the end of each wrong side row, even when you work the accent color, will always be worked in your main color. So I am going to show you how I do that. I'm going to flip you around and we're going to get started. All right, I am going to show you how I work my edges on my two color boomerang shape shawls. This is a tiny swatch from my Spiked Punch shawl. My Never Ending Story shawl is also worked the same exact way. So the first two stitches of every single right side row, regardless of what color is worked along the majority of the row, will always be worked in your main color, your background color. Always. That gives us a nice, neat edge to carry our non-working yarns up. If we were to just carry them and wrap them after the first stitch worked, they would be right on this edge and you would see them. So I came up with a way to not only give us a clean edge to carry our working yarns. So the better majority of this row is going to be worked in my accent color. However, my first two stitches are going to be worked in my main color. The first two stitches of each right side row will be a knit through front and back, and then a knit one. Will always be in your main color. So work my knit through front back and my knit one. There. This is how every single start to every single right side row will be on your entire piece. Now the better majority of this row is worked in my accent color, so I'm going to wrap my accent around my main color at this point. And then I'm going to work the rest of the row as needed. Okay, now I've worked, this is my wrong side row, in my accent color to my last three stitches. The last three stitches of each wrong side row will be worked in your main color. Now to avoid a gap or a big space here, you're going to take your accent color and wrap it completely around your main color. Then pull your main color to the back of your work. Will be a knit one, knit through front back, and then a slip one with yarn in front, all in your main color. Now, my next row to be worked is going to be all in my main color. So, as always, I will work the first stitch of each right side row, a knit through front back, and a knit one. Now, I'm going to continue working the entire row in my main color, but at this point you want to wrap your non-working yarn around to carry it neatly. We don't want to leave a big gap. Next time you go back to your accent color, you're going to pull tight and it's going to snug your work. Now, I have worked my wrong side row up to my last three stitches, which will always be worked in your main color. Now, on the wrong side rows where you're working your main color only, you don't need to carry this non-working yarn. So we're going to move them to the front. They will always be knit one, knit through front back, and slip one with yarn in front. We've now worked our accent color row and our main color row. I want to thank everybody for joining me and seeing how I work my edge stitches on some of my popular two-color boomerang shawls, like my Spiked Punch and my Never Ending Story. Working them in the main color just leaves a nice crisp edge and you don't get that striping. So it can be very helpful You can easily adapt this to other 2-color shawls as well. So a little something to put back in your memory bank. And reading something, it may seem super confusing, and you actually need to see it. So hopefully I cleared up any confusion for anybody. Sometimes you just need to see it to make it click. And I want to encourage everybody to subscribe to my channel. You will get notified when I post a new video. Be sure to check out my podcast, the Katie Knits Podcast, and all of my other fantastic fiber and yarn related videos that I have on my channel. So with that being said, happy knitting, everybody.